Imagine surviving a shipwreck. The noise is gone. The chaos is over. You are still alive, floating beneath open sky. Somewhere beyond the horizon, rescue. It feels like the hardest part is behind you. But for many survivors, the real danger is only beginning. Because the ocean rarely kills quickly. Instead, it lets time do the work. Hour 1. Shock. The first enemy is shock. Adrenaline floods the body. Heart rate surges. Breathing quickens. Thoughts scatter. Survival mode activates instantly. Some survivors panic. Others become strangely calm. Training helps, but most people have none. Energy is burned rapidly in these early moments. And energy, at sea, is life. Every unnecessary movement steals from a very limited reserve. Hours. 2 to 6. Exposure begins. Even in mild conditions, the body starts losing heat. Water removes warmth up to 25 times faster than air. Hypothermia doesn't always feel dramatic. At first, it looks like shivering, then stiffness, then reduced coordination. Simple tasks, tying rope, opening supplies, become harder. Judgment remains intact, but the clock is already ticking. Hour 12. The mental shift. By now, reality begins settling in. Rescue may not be immediate. The horizon remains empty. Hope is still strong, but uncertainty quietly grows. Survivors start asking dangerous questions. Did anyone see us? Search teams coming? Are we drifting farther away? Stress hormones remain elevated. Sleep becomes difficult, and fatigue begins accumulating. Day 1. Dehydration starts. The human body cannot store much usable water. Under direct sun, fluid loss accelerates quickly. Sweat evaporates unnoticed in ocean wind. Thirst becomes persistent. Lips dry. Head aches. Concentration slips. Some survivors make a fatal mistake here. They drink seawater. Salt concentration forces the body to lose more water trying to process it. Dehydration accelerates. Confusion follows. This decision alone has doomed many who might otherwise have survived. Day 2. Cognitive decline. By the second day, the brain begins conserving energy. Decision-making slows. Risk assessment weakens. Small problems become overwhelming. Morale fluctuates unpredictably. Moments of optimism, followed by stretches of quiet dread. The ocean offers no visual change, just horizon in every direction. This sensory monotony begins eroding psychological stability. Time itself feels distorted. Minutes stretch endlessly. Day 3. The critical threshold. Survival experts often view 3 days as a turning point. Without fresh water, the body enters dangerous territory. Blood volume drops. Heart strain increases. Dizziness becomes common. Standing, if possible, feels exhausting. Hallucinations may begin. Some survivors report seeing ships that aren't there, hearing voices carried by wind, or believing rescue has already arrived. The mind starts filling the silence, not always accurately. Day 4. Energy collapse. Calories are nearly gone. Muscles weaken dramatically. Even staying upright becomes work. Many survivors reduce movement entirely, not by choice, but by necessity. This is where preparation earlier matters most. Those who conserved strength often outlast those who didn't. Yet the greatest threat now is not physical. It is psychological surrender. When the brain begins asking, is fighting still worth it? Day 5 and beyond. The narrow window. Few people truly understand how quiet the body becomes near its limits. Speech slows. Thought fragments. Reaction times fade. Some survivors experience a strange sense of calm. Others withdraw completely. Rescue, when it comes, often arrives inside a very narrow window between endurance and irreversible decline. Sometimes aircraft pass overhead without spotting survivors below. From sea level, visibility is brutally limited. To be seen, one must signal. To signal, one must remain alert. And to remain alert, one must outlast the timeline. The psychological battle. Across many survival accounts, one factor separates those who live from those who don't. Purposeful action. Organizing supplies. Creating shade. Scanning the horizon. Small tasks anchor the mind. When action stops, hope often fades quietly with it, long before rescue arrives. The ocean's strategy. We imagine the ocean as violent, towering waves, raging storms. Yet many deaths occur in calm water. No drama, no final moment, just gradual depletion. The ocean does not need to rush. Time is patient, and patience is often enough. The shipwreck feels like the climax of the story. In truth, it is often only the beginning. Survival belongs not just to those who escape disaster, but to those who endure the silent countdown that follows. Because lost at sea, the greatest danger is rarely the sinking. It is the time between hope and rescue. The ocean rarely kills fast. It waits. Imagine a vast expanse of blue, stretching endlessly. Waves lap gently against what remains of your vessel, but the calm belies the chaos that once ruled this domain. You glance at your surroundings, a mix of fear and disbelief settling in as every breath holds the weight of uncertainty. As the sun starts its slow descent, colors bleed into each other at the horizon, creating a painted promise that feels utterly hollow. Though you search for a sign of life, your spirit silently begs for reassurance that rescue is near. Shadows lengthen, and with them comes a chilling realization. The fight for survival has only just begun. The sun, once a reassuring presence, now becomes an unrelenting adversary, beating down mercilessly. Each ray burns into your skin, a reminder of your vulnerability against the vast wilderness of water. With each passing hour, your thoughts drift like the clouds above, oscillating between memories of safety and visions of despair. You try to remember the safety drills from training, but all you can recall is the static hum of panic as you grasp for clarity amidst a whirlwind of fear. Time stretches, torturous and inexplicable, each moment an eternity. The horizon, once a beacon of hope, now seems mocking in its emptiness. You catch a faint glimmer of hope as you spot a small piece of debris floating nearby, perhaps a remnant of your ship. Instinctively, you swim towards it, driven by a primal need to reclaim a piece of the life that has been torn away. The water, cool against your skin, momentarily distracts you from the chaos swirling in your mind, and for a fleeting moment, the struggle feels less overwhelming. As you grasp the debris, a splintered fragment of wood, you realize it could serve as a makeshift flotation device. Your heart races with a renewed sense of purpose, edging you closer to the resilience you know must dwell within if you are to survive. It's a simple decision, yet in this vast, unforgiving sea, it breathes life back into your spirit, harnessing the determination that flickers against the dark tide of despair. You cling to the piece of wood, feeling its rough edges bite into your palm, reminding you of the reality you now face. The sun continues its relentless climb, and thirst gnaws at you with each passing minute, a slow, persistent torture. You scan the boundless ocean, surveying each wave for a sign of salvation, while your mind races through the possibilities of what could happen next. Could anyone have seen the wreckage? Would help arrive in time? As moments cascade into hours, every question weighs heavily, amplifying the solitude that envelops you like a thick fog. Yet amid that fog, a flicker of resolve ignites deep within. You cannot succumb to despair. Action is imperative. With a deep breath, you begin to search the debris field for anything useful, desperate to reclaim your agency in this battle against time. You scour the remnants of your ship, eyes darting between fragments of wood and scattered belongings, each item a potential lifeline. A twisted fragment catches your eye. An old life jacket, sodden yet still intact. You pull it close, hoping it will provide some buoyancy against the water's embrace. With each act of discovery, small currents of hope surge within, reminding you that resilience flickers at the heart of despair. Suddenly, distant sound breaks the endless rhythm of waves, a faint echo that stirs something primal in your gut, the distant hum of engines. You strain your ears, heart pounding, battling between skepticism and hope. Could it be? Are you truly not alone? Immediately you raise your arm, waving frantically, praying the movement defies the emptiness around you. The realization dawns. Every motion now has purpose. Every breath counts in this fight for life. The sound grows louder, a visceral reminder that the world has not forgotten you just yet. Heart racing, you squint against the glaring sun, searching for the source of the noise. Is it a mirage, conjured by desperation? Or could salvation truly be at hand? Each passing second feels like a heartbeat echoing between hope and despair, urging you to stay alert. You take a deep breath, grounding yourself in this moment. Action is your ally. With determination igniting within, you shout, your voice cracking as it pierces through the silence. "Help! Here!" The words flow with both terror and fervor, a lifeline thrown into the vastness of the abyss surrounding you. Desperation fuels resolve, and deep down, you know this is your chance to fight back against the tide of uncertainty. The engine noise envelops you, resonating in your bones, a promise of connection amidst isolation. You focus on the sound, its rhythm a whisper of hope in the relentless silence that clings to the vast ocean. "Help! Here!" You scream again, your voice becoming hoarse, but there's an urgency in your tone that keeps you pressing on. Each cry feels like a thread cast into the void, searching for something to latch onto, something to pull you back from the brink. But the ocean, vast and indifferent, continues to stretch endlessly all around you. The horizon remains unforgivingly bare, and the sun's brutal rays seem to mock your desperate pleas. With every second that passes, doubt creeps in, intertwining with hope, until they become almost indistinguishable. Yet, you know you must continue to fight, for survival hinges on the fine line between despair and resilience.